What is going on, guys? My name is mGaryM21 and we're back to another episode of video reactions. Today I'm going to react to OKKO Deserved More by Valisk Boom 94. So I guess that Valisk Boom 94 creates like movie reaction, movie reviews, animated series reviews by making videos. So make sure to subscribe on him and also on my channel. So anything further to do, let's begin. And I'm going to pass some parts of the video because I don't have too much time. So let's begin. Here we go. So let's make it quick.
But where do I begin? Will I wake up as a hero one day? Do I get a cool transformation sequence? Or maybe I just need a change of clothes? Or maybe
So you know that OKKO Let's Be Heroes was one of a popular cartoons network series, and it was like transmitted, I don't know, I'm sure that like in 2015 or 2017, and it had like 3 seasons, and it is about a guy named OKKO that wanted to be a cool hero, but this series taught me about a lot of things about friendship and about how to win a fame, how much worth is for you to be famous or not. But let's just see what it was the reason for Cartoon Network to deny the production of OKKO Let's Be Heroes series.
I need less clothes?
OKKO deserved more than the fate it got. Let me explain.
I just gotta check something. Okay, I'm recording.
September 6th, 2019. That's the day we were treated to the very final episode of Cartoon.
So first, when I reviewed this episode, I didn't had like the video in the OBS studio. So sorry about that, guys. And recording, yeah, and to make sure if I was recording.
Cartoon Network's OKKO Let's Be Heroes.
I remember watching these episodes on Kim Cartoon, but I don't know why Kim Cartoon deleted this episode, or it was like copyright from the Cartoon Network.
It was bittersweet. We had to say goodbye to one of the channel's best shows in a long time. What's even worse is that a bunch of newcomers were just hearing about KO and then soon found out his adventures were about to end. Now, under normal circumstances, this would be fun since nothing can last forever, but we need to talk about what went on behind the scenes. Series creator Ian JQ shared a bit of
He's Ian Jones Quarley. Yeah, and this man has merit of creator of Steven Universe, Rebecca Sugar.
info surrounding the finale when it was about to air on TV. Please don't spread the rumor that it was my choice to end OKKO Let's Be Heroes. It wasn't. However, CN gave us the bad news early enough that we were able to spend this season doing our planned ending. I'm proud of what we're making, and I can't wait for you to see it.
So what does it mean? It does mean that in two theories that KO is going to continue with this series, or with a movie, or Ian has spread from his message that the series of OKKO Let's Be Heroes are not going to be continued. It has been just for a series for 3 seasons.
What exactly does this mean? Well, OKKO
Yeah, as the same thing I have it. Yeah, same question.
Wasn't reaching the standards that Cartoon Network had put in place. For one reason or another, there just wasn't the necessary audience tuning into Lakewood Plaza, hence why it was cancelled earlier than it should have been. Keep in mind that the entire thing lasted around 2 years, which is absolutely nothing compared to something else like, say, Steven Universe.
Yeah, Steven Universe was much more popular than OKKO. But even KO was very popular, but it has some Looney Tunes effect and animatic effect that I didn't like it too much. And I would say to Ian Jones Quarley, if he sees this video, that he could have been put some effects from Dragon Ball, or from Man in a Pants, it is called this series. with Robin and some series from some other animated anime series from and Japanese TV series.
And the rest of the crew made it clear that there were more stories they wanted to tell, but the sad truth is that executives and numbers play a more important role in keeping the show going. Just because the crew wants more episodes doesn't mean it's allowed, and yeah, that's what happened with OKKO. But today, as it's been more than a year since the finale, let's take another look into this incredible world and talk about why it deserved more. If you ask me, this show deserves more love, more fans, and especially more content. It's probably best to start at the basics. If you're watching this video and you don't really know much about Let's Be Heroes, well, here's the main plot of the show. An enthusiastic young boy named KO earns a job at a hero supply store and trains to become the greatest hero ever. Along the way, he'll meet some awesome friends and battle evil robots sent by Lord Boxman. There's obviously a ton more that happens here, but that's just the general world we're diving into. It's also easy to tell that there's a heavy inspiration from video games of any
Yeah, the same thing is at the end with the end of last episode and with episode 1 when KO affronts with Daryl. The same thing is like with two employees of KO in the last episode affronts with Ruby. But when KO appears from the sky and beats the shit out of Ruby. If you have seen like the last episode these words I'm telling to the fans of OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, and to some of the people that might have seen this show, because it is not like one of the most popular television shows that is seen here in Europe.
Genre, so if you're into that, then it's a lot more fun to watch. Now let me be 100% clear. OKKO Let's Be Heroes is special. It's the kind of cartoon that you don't really expect to see nowadays, and its very existence
I love the song that the Cartoon Network and Ian Jones Quarterly did made for KO.
is a miracle. This is the definition of a modern classic. What exactly do I mean by that? Well, I guess I should clarify. While watching any episode, the characters' sense of humor and style is very reminiscent of classic shows. More specifically, it falls within the lines of what you'd see on Cartoon Network in the early to late 2000s. If you tuned into the channel back then, Let's Be Heroes would pretty much fit right in with the rest of the lineup, and that's something fans should appreciate even more. It was like an anomaly in the modern days of CN. It's like you're traveling back in time. There's pretty much something for any kind of fan from that era, but it also provides unique stories and characters to keep things fresh. KO is a radiating bundle of positivity, and he's joined by his friends Rad and Enid.
Yeah, even if he was like a positive character, he was a negative character because he did wrong to join the forces of his dad, Professor Venomous, or as it known, Laser Blast with Fink. And the second one, he had bad blood. If you remember TKO and it's his damages that he caused around the Lakewood Plaza Turbo, and he caused and to the industry of Lord Boxman.
As they go on nice retro adventures together, the three of them strike an interesting balance and can work off of each other well. You really love to see them all in one place because of their bond. Now, not only did this show have amazing main characters who helped drive the story forward, but there's just so much charm to be had in, well, everything else. Just look at the energy of Lakewood Plaza, all the heroes walking around and having a great time. What about all the surprisingly well animated action sequences you'd find everywhere in the show? And the story, oh my.
Oh yeah, on the first episode of season 1, KO is beaten up by Daryl actually in a battle. But when Daryl is beaten up again by Mr. Gaw.
My god, the story. It was structured in a way where a lot of it was episodic, in that you didn't have to know much from earlier, but as the show continued, we got to watch fun story arcs play out that helped give incentive to watch every single episode. The cool thing is that it never took itself too seriously, so even when things got dark, there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and of course, tons of jokes to lighten the mood.
I'd be happy to help! Let me just grab a coin. No! My moth collection!
Basically, what I'm trying to say here is, Let's Be Heroes had it all. But okay, you might be wondering, what's the secret behind the show's success? It's probably the passionate crew behind it. From the very beginning, the crew
Yeah, how much popular was it in the United States and in all around the world? That was the real problem why KO wasn't so much popular than Steven Universe series.
members on OKKO poured an insane amount of love into their creation. That applies to a bunch of other cartoons, don't get me wrong, but this felt different somehow. You could tell they had a ton of fun behind the scenes crafting this world and the characters within it, and that's especially shown throughout the crossovers. Yeah, for those unaware, Let's Be Heroes had its fair share of joining forces with other characters in different universes. This is when the passion really shined, and one of the best examples is the Ultimate Cartoon Arc Team-Up Crossover Nexus.
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite episodes of OKKO and of Cartoon Network series. Yeah, the crossover Nexus where KO is joined with Garnet, Raven from Teen Titans Go, and with Ben 10 in order to beat the shit out of Strike and to save Galaxy and the Earth from the hands of a Strike.
Even from the title card, it was easy to tell what was about to happen, but I'm sure no one was prepared for the level of hype this episode was. KO finds
And also, one of my favorite episodes of OKKO, Let's Be Heroes, has been the crossover between OKKO and Sonic the Hedgehog and Tails. Actually, that was I was very fancy about that episode.
himself struggling against a strange villain and must team up with various other CN heroes in an epic battle for the ages. This is probably one of my favorite episodes in the entire show, and what made it especially worth watching were the throwbacks to the older days on the channel. A bunch of these
Yeah, I mean, in this episode I saw a lot of throwbacks from old series of Cartoon Network, but days from the end of 1990s and the beginning of 2000.
were blink and you miss it.
With them, I know some few characters, but I can't remember the names. This is my problem. But I've not seen too much Cartoon Network. But I remember the Powerpuff Girls actually, and I remember Dexter. I remember Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo was a series on the Cartoon Network, and Scooby-Doo, Tom and Jerry. Yeah. There were a lot of bunch of series on Cartoon Network. To remember it, it's very difficult to remember it all. And the Teen Titans, not the Teen Titans Go. And my uncle is a grandpa, and Clarence, and Infinity Train. Yeah, there are a bunch of them. And the Amazing World of Gumball and the Adventure Time with Jake and Finn, and the regular show.
Moments that you never thought would return, but here they are. We even get to see so many
Yeah, and here it is, a statue from the series We Bear Bears.
classic characters who haven't appeared on TV for a long time, characters that so many fans have missed. To defeat the villain for good, it takes this
It might be that in this episode, Joe Squadley expressed the message that that Cartoon Network isn't showing no more these old characters just in his episodes.
massive power punch, and it's just jaw-dropping. As we hear the old Cartoon Arc theme song, there are references to previous eras, and it really just has to be seen to be believed. While there's
I love the ultimate scene when Ben 10 beat the shit out of Strike.
a ton to love here, the absolute icing on the cake is that the episode takes place in the CN City, also known as one of the fan favorite eras. It's what connects every single cartoon universe here, where they're like real people and they actually interact with each other. We may not have been able to watch the CN City since the late 2000s.
Oh my god. Do you mean that there's been a short series called Cartoon Network City where all the characters from Cartoon Network and Warner Bros series have been lived in this city? That's very interesting because I used to watch Cartoon Network in early 2000s, and when this until this cartoon, yeah, cartoon television was replaced by Boomerang Italia.
Thousands, but OKKO did everything it possibly could to bring back that warm, nostalgic feeling for a modern generation. I could really go on and on about Crossover Nexus, but it's worth mentioning why this was so well made. The truth is that it was all the crew. This wasn't just some random crossover executives wanted to promote older properties. No way. Instead, this was put together by members of the OKKO team because they just wanted it to happen. Keep in mind that they also loved the old Cartoon Network. These are fans, just like you and me, and their passion alone is what led to the crossover becoming a reality. It was obviously fun to make for the crew, it's fun to watch as fans, and it's just overall such a meaningful episode that does everything right. Now, I really can't talk about crossovers without mentioning Let's Meet Sonic. This falls
As I told you, and this is one of my favorite episodes.
within the same territory of Crossover Nexus in that it was made of pure passion and joy. The episode refuses to waste any time in its story, with Sonic 3D blasting through the doors and introducing himself, along with beloved sidekick Tails. After KO's friends get kidnapped, it's up to this new team of heroes who join forces to save the day. Sonic and Tails are up against Lord Boxman, also known as the Dr. Eggman of this world. I'm not even kidding, the entire premise of this show perfectly sets up the Sonic crossover. Boxman's voice actor was also the same as Eggman. This was literally meant to be. Let's Meet Sonic was a perfect OKKO episode, but it also managed to raise the bar with cartoon crossovers in general. Normally, it would be something like, oh hey there wacky other characters, let's go on fun adventures together. And while that's kinda what happened here, there's also more emotional depth to the situation.
Yeah, but Sonic in some parts of this episode was useless, while Tails was okay for me.
Over the course of the episode, we dive into the perspective of Tails. He's overshadowed by others, and he feels useless. In fact, there's even a mini story thread with KO supposedly taking the spotlight from Tails, but that couldn't be further from the truth. While the crossover is really fun on a surface level, there's more here than meets the eye that genuinely helps develop the characters of Sonic and Tails. Considering this is a normal 11-minute episode without a ton of room for fluff, it's actually really cool that they had time for this. Anyway, if you couldn't tell, I loved Let's Meet Sonic from start to finish.
Yeah, and me too.
Maybe I trained you just a little too well, KO. You might know all my moves, but you'll never outsmart the real... Oh, water?
It's the same original voice from the Sonic the Hedgehog series that was transmitted on Cartoon Network.
Sonic cannot swim.
Being that OKKO takes place in a video game world with heroes, and, you know, the whole robot thing with Lord Boxman, this was a very fitting team-up. Ian and others on the crew obviously love Sonic, and they wanted to share that love with the rest of the world. Because they grew up with the characters themselves, it made sense that they nailed down every last detail and remained faithful to this franchise. Let's Be Heroes had more than a few other special episodes, but one that rises above so many others is its bittersweet finale. The title is Thank You for Watching the Show, a direct reference to the end credits, and a nice reminder of why this show exists in the first place. The crew loved making it, and they love the fans that watch it. Much like the title card reveals, they appreciate everyone. Anyway, the episode is all about time slipping away as things are happening too fast. It's important to enjoy little moments while they last, because life can go by in the blink of an eye if you're not really stopping to appreciate everything. We get to see our favorite characters grow up. Every title card is basically an episode that could have been, showing just how much potential there was within this world, and how many other stories could have been explored. The very universe of Let's Be Heroes is speeding up and changing right before our eyes, but the message of the episode still rings true no matter how much time passes.
Time flashes by in the blink of an eye. Sometimes you're present for it, sometimes you're not. So it's important to remember what you have and enjoy it while it lasts.
Honestly, it felt like this was the crew talking directly to the audience. They loved being a part of such an ultimate passion project, but nothing
Yeah, and in fact, at last, KO and Boxman lived for some time in peace.
can last forever. The same can also be applied for OKKO. Sure, we can spend a lot of time mad that Cartoon Arc canceled the show earlier than it could have gone. While it's so easy to be sad, what if we change that feeling to happiness? We can listen to the message from the show that we need to appreciate the small things in life before they pass us by. Don't cry that OKKO didn't have a long run on the channel, and instead, you can smile knowing that it happened at all. Like I said at the start of the video, this show was a miracle, and it was different in the modern cartoon landscape. Okay, let's end this video on a positive note. Although the series ended a year ago, and that's really sad, there are still ways to show your appreciation. In the wise words of crew member Toby Jones, if you want to do OKKO justice and make the crew feel like it was all worth it, just talk about the content of the show. Use whatever platform you have to share what you found interesting or exciting or funny about whatever episode you just watched. Let's fight to the end. The show is now more accessible than it ever has been before, with the complete series being available in multiple locations.
Oh yeah, and they have dropped this series on HBO Max actually.
I know for a fact there's
I wanted that OKKO Let's Be Heroes would have been dropped out and for Netflix. Yeah, if it could have been possible.
still love for OKKO, especially with the recent Twitter trend, hashtag thank you OKKO. Keep the show alive on social media and keep convincing your friends to watch. Who knows? If we're really lucky, maybe we'll even get a movie or a special in the future. Those odds may not be likely, but for now, let's appreciate what we got.
I hope that there's going to be a series called OKKO The Future, like the Steven Universe of Future, or like OKKO The Movie. And I heard that Cartoon Network is collaborating and with Ben Boklit, the creator of Gumball, in order to drop out the Amazing World of Gumball, the movie.
Remember the small moments in life before they become part of the past. And most importantly, give thanks to the crew for making this a reality. It's something special.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying.
Thank you for watching the show!
Is that it?
But anyway,
Okay, that's it for now on. I just wanted to get to the conclusions. Anyways, guys, this video was very interesting and regarding about the future of OKKO Let's Be Heroes after its end on September 6th, 2019 with a final episode. Thank you for watching the show. And I hope that one day Cartoon Network and Ian Josquarley and Rebecca Sugar will collaborate with each other in order to drop out a movie of KO, or like a special series dedicated to KO, or I don't know, like another movie between the adventures of OKKO with Steven Universe or with Garnet. Or with another Cartoon Network characters. So anyways, I just want to finish here the video, and before I will finish the video, make sure to subscribe to Valisky Boom 94 if you are interested for movie reviews and animated series reviews, and subscribe also to my channel in order to reach like the 30 subscribers, and for next it's going to be like 50 subscribers, hope so. And I just want to drop out from now, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.